getting some work done. I'm trying to figure out where the heck did I just put my, as a matter of fact, I just made this makeshift stand, but it would have been better if I did the video that way, but I didn't do it that way. So let me see, I'm trying to figure out where all my stuff is on my desk. First things first, my name's Kenneth Burr. My company is Black Series Edition LLC with Crystal Edge Technology Screens. And we are working on another new screen paint for the FLE G Infinity One Color QUASAR collection. Mine is a series of these protection screen paints we're working on. Right now we're going to be working on the new one for this one. So I'm sizing out my screen, well, how much material it's going to take to build our panel system, and yeah, we're going to build the frame out of cardboard. The same way we did it over here, much more easy to do. And we don't even touch the wall. Makes it even better. So as you can see, it looks pretty awful on the gray wall because these walls are gray in here. I thought they were white, but then when I put a white surface next to them, I could see that they were actually really light gray walls. Let me see. Make sure we got this thing angled right. There we go. So we're not going to use an ultra short throw on this because I do not want to be tripping over this at all, period. I'm going to be using a long throw setup. So over here is where I'm going to put my bookcase system in here. Set my projector up high up here. And then I can lens shift it right into that spot right there. So I have to figure out what projector I'm going to use. Definitely going to be running my PlayStation system. So the PlayStation system won't be here. That'll be up on the bookcase over there because I want all this out of the way. I just want to be able to see the screen. So what we're going to put here is we're going to put in trying to figure the best way to install the screen. Let me get the overheads on too. So I'm going to have those on too. So it's not so dark in here. There we go. So the best way to install the screen is to do a kind of a chair system, which I thought would work just fine for what we need to do. Because again, like I said, I don't want this in the way. I definitely don't want that. And when we have clients in here, we don't want this stuff in the way. So the bookcase system we're going to be putting over here. It's going to have the new projector, which is going to lens shift to this over here. And all this will be over there, which it needs to be at. Just have it here for the time being. Figure out this how we're going to size this thing up. So what I'm going to go with is I'm going to build a box system here, 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 and I'm going to do a flat panel across the wall. We don't have to fill it in like we did this one, which really didn't have to fill that in. I'll tell you the truth, honestly, I could have just built a frame and just basically glued it right in, which again, I know we're just figuring it all out as we're going along. Now I know we didn't have to fill the whole thing in, so now I just have to build a frame. So we're going to build our frame system here. It's going to come down, come back in again. It's going to come up down, so it's going to be empty areas in here. We're going to put a box here, box here, box here, so it's support in the middle, and then we're just going to glue it up there. That's hot glued up there right now. It's sitting up there quite nicely. So that's how we're going to do it. Much easier way to do it. Go to Home Depot, pick up 4 of the 36, so the 36, 3 feet wide and 72 inches high, which will make out the size of this screen perfectly for what we need to do. So that's pretty much it. It's pretty much open and closed. It's pretty much easy to do. But the panel system makes it so much easier, and I don't ever have to touch the walls, which I didn't really want to touch the walls. I don't want to put any tack holes or anything. I want to touch the walls, period. That's my challenge for me at the end of the day. I don't have to touch any walls. And this thing's going to have to be the pool in its environment with the lighting at the massive. We're used to doing screen sizes at huge sizes with a lot of light, so I'm not worried about that. Besides that technology over there that we have over there, and that stuff pulls up easily. Just getting in. Put his stuff over here. And throw my jacket in that corner, which I got to get something to hang my jacket up. All right. So we have parts coming in to finish this machine, or not finish it, to light it up, because again, we had to get a separate unit for that to power all that up. What else did we just had to order coming in? Oh, paint cannons coming in today, finally. We can start working on ad tech. That's the reason why we haven't posted ad tech, because we don't have the Canon here to do it. So Canon's coming in to show off ad tech and the invisible technology, which means we have the flex technology coming out. We have the new acoustic screen that's coming out, actually several different versions of acoustic screens. I got people coming in, they're going to be sewing and designing our screens for us. We're not getting anything from Amazon or third party. We're not doing any of that no more. I'm going to a fabric shop. I'm bringing these people that are going to sew, customize my screens with grommets, all kinds of stuff that I want to have, because different way I want to do my blackout cloth. We got a whole different coating that's going on for that. If you haven't seen this stuff, it's because we're working on other stuff. But not only that, I got other ways I want to do things differently. I got physical screens coming out in 2025. So I want to make sure that we have everybody in place to be to get all this done. So first thing is to get these screens up in here and running. As we got this one, took a while because we had to figure out so many different ways how to go about it, on how to attach the screen. The 235.1 was never planned. It just happened because we couldn't find a 48 by 48 because I wanted to break it in two, which would have gave us 100 inches at 16.9, but we ended up getting a 235.1 because we couldn't find the size, which is fantastic because the projector, again, cheap. Only paying 130 bucks for my projector. The projector I got coming for this one is going to cost me $90. That's it. And we're going to be able to fire off with no problem whatsoever. So that is going to be fantastic. Oh, by the wall. The walls are light gray. That's what I found out by the owner. They're light gray walls. So, yeah, as you can see, don't work for Jack at all, period. And anyone can sit there and say, well, no. Your screen paint's not different. Trust me, I can make several dozen versions of gray screen paint today and show you that none of them will function in here at all. They don't work at all. That's why we don't have gray screens in here, or white screens. They don't work at all. So I can make dozens of them. Put out the ingredients for free for everybody. So that way anybody wants to talk trash, you can make it live, which they never do. But anyway, yeah, it doesn't work. And we need black technology in here. And besides, this technology is different. It has color quasars have colors to them. So this one's actually kind of a crazy blue that we're putting in. It's black, but it's blue. It's interesting. So we need it for this whole fish tank display. I have to put in another bar system at the top because I want to like a giant fish tank and whatever else we're going to do with it. And we're definitely going to put in a high-powered halo system over the top. So we'll have that done. The bookcase is also important because the bookcase actually has a screen built into it. So this is a new special screen we're working on. I can't say much about it. That's all I can say. It's just going to be something interesting, but it's going to be built into the bookcase. We got a big wide bookcase coming in, so we can put a screen all the way across it. Let me see. Floor, we're going to be working on the floor pretty soon, so we have to start taking out these mats. These mats suck. They're horrible. Every time I walk on, they separate. Can't stand them. I should listen to the review, and somebody said they separated all the time. So get rid of those. Find the original ones that I had that actually did not separate, because those things were a pain in the neck to pull apart, but they were fantastic. Redo the floor all over again. So we're going to actually all of this under my desk, here, all finished, done. I want it all coated in our technology. So that way we can activate any projector we want to hit the floor in different sections. We also have the equipment in the desks right now to make the floor fully interactive. That's important because we have companies that are coming in here that want interactive floors, and that's what we're going to be bringing into them. Also, I am not going to paint the ceiling, which we don't want to do in here at all, period. Like I said, we don't want to touch anything at all. But I do have a system that I can connect to the ceiling using a panel system that can show off our ceiling display technology. On top of it, I'm actually renting out another place. I got a place I'm going to be renting out pretty soon that's going to allow us to be able to put in, I was talking to the owner, I don't want to paint the walls either. I want to put up in a second apply of drywall, which is not going to be connected to the wall. My buddy's going to be doing all the work because that's what he does. And we do got permission to paint the ceiling if we want, but I don't know, I haven't decided on that yet. So we can have people come in and we're going to have the entire room coated in our technology, the floors, walls, everything. So that when you walk in, the entire room, ultra short, those will be running through that entire environment, and it'll basically bring the entire world into some environmental crazy design. My buddy's coming in, he's a master programmer. He's going to do all the edge blending or bleeding or whatever they call it to match everything all together. He's doing all the work for that. So that's when we freaking sick, because like I said, we specialize in this stuff. We show tons of demonstrations doing entire environments. All right, on here getting ingredients, not ingredients, but our different paints we're going to be making. This is our list. So the black royal magenta sitting over there, and then next we're going to be doing the deep blue azure. I think it's azure, azure. Next after that, we got the black inferno orange, red crimson, and the black haze, which is coming up. But I think I'm going to change that name to haze. I think I'm going to do chestnut haze. I want it to have a really interesting name to it. It's a pretty interesting screen. So I said before, we're not even anywhere done. We've got testing to do, more testing. All that stuff has to be testing. 235.1 looks so sweet. I swear I love these screens. Just have that wide black screen. The owner came in, he was like, "Did you buy a TV? That's the biggest TV I ever had." No, man, it's a projector. They never see the projector. They never see them when they come in. The first thing they do is look at the screens when they come, because I have them on. As a matter of fact, I have my screen on. Where is my... There we go. Oh. And we're going to do some projector mapping applications. I've finally got the projector mapping configured to run with their internet. So let me turn it off too. If you see, at the end of the day, we just don't do home theaters. We do special effects, visual effects, and projector mapping applications. So a lot of companies will contact us on those particular things to be able to do, special things that are outside areas. So one of the screen paints we're going to be showing up is an invisible and projector mapping technology. It basically can read its contrast levels, picks up colors, and it can be submerged underwater, which means you can actually project an image right through it underwater. We got these special screens going to be coming up pretty soon. Can't talk about that either. Man, we got a lot to do. A lot to do. I got other things besides I'm not going to talk about and discuss on YouTube involving legal matters. We'll keep that separately. Right now, we really need to concentrate on this stuff right now. So that's why I started working on mapping this out to get this finished, get the projector screen in, get the bookcase installed, and get the fish tank for the bookcase that has to be installed, because that's a special screen. Get all that finished and done. And then I got to start making reaching out to my contacts again to let them know that we haven't forgot about them, that we're still doing this. See the difference? Here, we can read perfectly fine. There, we can't read jack. Yeah, big difference in the technology. This wall right here. Let me see. Let's go over to YouTube. So pretty soon, this display will be over here, but at that size. That's why I like to work in really stressful environments, because again, it allows us to be able to make better technology. You cut corners, you depend on high-powered projectors, calibrating, all that dumb nonsense at the end of the day. You can't come here. These environments are hostile. They will basically wash your stuff out in a hot second, and you can't be turning stuff off, because again, it doesn't look good for your product. Got to be to fire up. See, ultra short throw sitting at the screen at 3600 lumens. Can't read on this wall. Long throw projector at 2700 lumens can read at a distance throw. So just because you have an ultra short throw doesn't mean it's going to work. I get that all the time. They're like, "I'm going to get an ultra short throw. I'll be right up on top of the screen. It's going to work perfectly fine." Like, no, it's not. You're not going to be able to see jack at all, period. Not going to run. See, ultra short throw, 3600 lumens. Can't read it. Long throw, 2700 lumens. On our technology, coated, can read perfectly fine. Love it. All right, so get everything mapped out, get that done. I got updates to do on my website. As a matter of fact, we're going to be installing some pages on the Crystal Edge site. We just opened up the marketplace on there, so I got something else I want to add to the marketplace. I want to do 32-ounce kits, or 24-ounce kits. We might do 24-ounce kits on there. We might do starter kits on there. So starter kits, pretty much simple. 24 ounces, come with a screen, LED lights. It's a starter package. We're going to be loading them up onto the site. They're going to be our new starter packs. That's actually pretty nice. Cinema starter packs. I should bring back an 8. I'm thinking about it. Let me see something for a minute. This is what I mean by you have to know what you are doing when you're writing out products. See this? This is literally what we write out. This is normal stuff. This is what we write out on our description of the product. You literally have to know this much about your product. We know this because we've done all this testing. Somebody questioned us and asked us, how do we know the size of a 200-inch screen? We know the size of a 200-inch screen because we painted a 250-inch screen and a 200-inch screen. We have something called a paint down. So in order for me to know exactly how much paint it's going to cover, I had to do something called paint down. All our paint has that coverage, every single one of them. But in order for us to know this, we have to do a paint down. A 106-inch screen, how much paint does it take? 16 ounces. I've literally done a 16-ounce live demonstration to show that 16 ounces. 32 ounces. How much does that apply to? 150 inches. You know why? Because the house, we have bunches of 150 inches laying around that we're buying them left and right. We did the demonstration already because I was curious, like, could we do this? So I know all this because I've done this. 250 inches, I painted that screen in 3 times. 3 times. Actually, roughly is around 96 ounces to do it. And that's painting it heavy, not painting it professional. Painting it heavy means at the end of the day that the average customer is not going to do it like a professional roll. They're going to go heavy on the screen. So even if they go heavy on it, there's still paint left over. You have to be to achieve this and have paint left over when you do it. So you have to know your stuff. So your specification sheets, any information on your product should literally be looking like this. That's a lot of information, ain't it? Yeah, you should have that. And you should be showing these kind of results. 40-lit commercial environment, cheap projectors, and showing the difference between a white surface versus yours. As you see, the white surface doesn't read for jack. As you can see here, let's take a white surface and stick it over there because that screen right there is technically gray. Oh, it's gray. Let's get a get our out of the way. Work on today. There we go. And there, I gotta go pick up tape like this. All my tape for other stuff. There we go. We can use this instead, so we're just fine. So we're going to take the white surface. We're going to stick it right on this screen over here. The white wall over here. And show you right from there. Let me see. Strangers in the night, exchanging lots of I gotta bring the submersive tanks back in because the cannon comes in today. We finally get our spray can today, so we got the flex we're gonna be showing off. I got a new computer case I got coming in to show off the flex portable screens for inside your projector mods. Your gaming mods. We have coming in pretty soon a 3x3 surface for AdTech's display, and on top of that the smaller ones because I have to do demonstrations in this building too also. Also had a couple of other companies right now that want AdTech installed in, so I told you AdTech would be roughly coming in very soon. Other thing we're also working on. Can't think of remember else what we have coming in on top of that. We need that sprayer for AdTech. We need it for the Cinema Flow screens coming in, the portable screens coming in. The aluminum screen. We got an aluminum projection screen. We showed that thing off, that little narrow piece of aluminum, everything that blew up on it. Yeah, that's a 60% technology. Not even done yet. We're going to complete it to 100 and do a surface off of it, aluminum surface, to show that thing off. Man, I got people coming in, so they need to see all this stuff. Everything you're seeing on YouTube right now, I got to show off to other people. So we don't do the smoke and mirrors over here. We got to show it off to people every day. Got to be on site, multiple locations. Got to show this thing off over and over again. Gotta have it down. Boom. There we go. Just grab my phone like you're not getting that back. There you go. That's a gray wall. I'm going to be doing some demonstrations on that. The difference between a gray screen paint and a white surface. How much of an improvement you're getting off of that. Mind you, you have to be in this environment to run. Because again, you can't just say, well, we only work here, there, and there. And you're kind of shortchanging yourself at the end of the day. Because if you can't operate in this environment, that means that you're stuck in one area. It's like being typecast. You know what I mean? An actor probably has the ability to play other outstanding roles, but he can't because they keep typecasting him for the exact same role. Nobody wants to go through that, right? You're going to be able to expand. Like you look at my demonstrations, I can do projector mapping, visual effects. I can do entire environments. We can operate in fully lit environments. We can operate in commercial environments. You want to be able to expand, not stay in the same spot. And even the spot you're at right now, you're about to be obsoleted pretty soon. Kind of try to be nice here, but business is business. Some people get their panties in a bunch and they get a little upset and angry, but it's business at the end of the day. You have to understand, it's nothing personal. It's business. I'm talking to everybody when we make this statement. So when you hear me make this statement, that means something really, really crazy is coming. So keep in mind, it's business. Do not let your emotions get the best of you when this happens. I told you that paint sprayer coming in is tied to some very serious high-tech screens we're working on. So again, don't get emotional over this, please. Be professional. But other than that, wow, huge, massive difference. Look at that. I love being in commercial environments. I'm just looking for brighter environments now. I literally, when I go in and talk to these people about renting out their spots, I'm like, how much light do we have in the environment? Do we have any windows in there? Like, if we don't have the windows in there, I want super bright. The area has to be super bright. Has to be. And we're definitely bringing meters in the areas to check and see how much light we have in there. We have to make sure we max out in these environments, or just be extremely crazy high on the numbers, but I'd rather max out. That gives me more of a challenge. But this already, being able to do this, it's already told me that we can go where we want to go. So, big screen, getting this done. This is actually going to be built today. We're building the whole frame out today. Going to the post office, pick up my boxes, frame out the whole entire thing, get this done, and then basically get it all measured out. Then gotta go to Home Depot and go pick up our panels later on. And I gotta get the bookcase. Gotta go to Amazon and get myself a bookcase. This is probably gonna come in 40,000 pieces, but I like to build, so whatever. So get that done. I want to have an LG ultra short throw for that screen. And we're going to do 235.1 for this one, of course, for the giant screen here. We got another projector from the top. Actually, it's not even a name. It's a name brand projector, but I've never heard of it before. But it has parts from Chrissy and it has parts from Infocus in it. So I'm curious. I've never seen this projector before. They said it is a top tier unit. Never seen it before. Definitely got to pick one of these up. See how this thing works. If it works out well, we add on to the list. Hey, you watching the fish? He's over here watching the fish. Are you over here watching the fish? So what's going on with the fish over there? Why are they so fishy? I have no idea why they're so fishy. Now, partial lighting. It's still not going to read. In the dark. Still washed out. It's supposed to be blue. Not washed out. This is what most people see when they're in the dark with gray and white screens. They see this. This is what my customers see. It's supposed to be blue. See how white the rocks are, the detail in the fish, how the fish are all, the rocks are all bland and washed out. Yeah. You need a black level to read white correctly. Do you know that? A lot of people don't realize that. You do. You actually do. Black plays a huge role. You heard the guy in OLED when he sat there and said, in the color you see true black? Yeah. It's required. Except for on top of that, we got the heightener technology in our screen too. It actually boosts our white levels. So if you notice here, right? See how the white levels are higher here on the white sheet of paper? Because the walls in here are gray. I kept staring. I'm like, this ain't white. This can't be white. They're actually light gray. That's what they are. So if you take a white sheet of paper, which I did, and put it against the screen, put it against the other wall, I'm like, oh, they're gray. Because I'm looking like the wall is kind of dingy in here. Like, are these gray or white? And I'm looking at it, I take a white sheet of paper, and they're like, oh, they're white, they're gray walls. Yeah, this is white, see? Walls are gray in here. Starfield screensaver. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. See? Oh, this is gonna be nice. Finally get my giant screen put in. Well, I got two giant screens. I got 235.1 and I got 16.9. Can I ask for more? Anything better than that? Oh, forgot we got cords on here. We should be able to bring it through the search pretty easy. Type it in like 100,000 times. Let me see. Messing with Sasquatch. So I need to get a new controller for this unit. And I got to start working on finishing off the rest of the PCs, but you'll have those done and completed. And I'm going to start working on my gaming PC because that involves the special screen paint we're working on that allows you to game off your screen. So we got a portable setup I'm hooking up. Definitely going to be doing the i9 processor. Definitely going to be picking up a 4090 graphic card for it, and about 64 gigs of RAM. I'm going to beat this sucker through the roof. And going to actually, we got a gaming technology that involves ad tech. So we're going to be blasting that to the side of the glass so I can whip out my portable projector and game right off the side of my screen. So we're going to be showing that off pretty soon on a couple of different gaming companies and a few gaming lounges that we have here showing off that new technology. Also, too, we got a website we're building. We're actually building a new website, another one. This is going to be involving all gaming technology that we are going to be working on. We have these floor mats coming out under the Apex Gamer has a floor mat that you can roll out. It's already coated, and you can basically go and you can game off the floor. Fully weatherproof, take it outside, whole 9 yards, everything. And this Ultra Short compatible, which you're going to need Ultra Short though to run it. Let me see, Starfield. Got Star Wars. Oh, Starfield. All right, let's go. Can I make us work for it? Oh, come on, man. I didn't even ask for that. I said Starfield. Starfield Splinter. There we go. We hit this thing 100 times. Yep, paper fell at the wall. All right, let me see. Sunny day, chasing the clouds away. Bum, bum, bum. Oh, we got this is a stellar. Now, as for the LED lights, see, I've got LED lights here, right? See the screen we have here? The LED lights can't affect it because the screen's designed to absorb light. So we're gonna have LED lights wrapped on. It won't even touch the screen. Where if you have a gray or white screen, the problem is your LED lights going if your screen starts changing colors. But you really shouldn't be able to see all that from there. We can easily want to be able to see it from here because the screen can absorb it with everything. Look at the front of it. See how that's all dark? I will show you the difference. We've done this a dozen times. I don't know why I'm repeating this. I've done this multiple times. More times than I can pretty much count. Well, why it doesn't work. One of the impressive demonstrations I want to do, we're going to get a projector. You're getting the P2. So the P2, by then the P3 will probably be out. We'll probably just grab that one instead. We're going to basically show this projector on a white screen. And we're going to show a star field. And we're going to have a guy come in with a cannon, and he's going to spray our company's name into the screen. And you're going to see the star field pick up only on our technology. And then we're going to switch it to red, blue, green, yellow, all the different colors back and forth, and then show the white levels off to show you completely that projector is completely useless without our technology. I think that lays more of an impact on getting these high-powered projectors and showing that they don't work. Now, what this is going to do is this is going to trigger off the companies to contact us to, again, ask us to develop technology for their projectors and make them look good in showrooms. But, again, if you don't mention my company's name, we don't know you. And you're going to have to mention my company's name every single time you show off every piece of equipment on who we are. You got people that are coming and try to take credit for our work. We don't like that. It was a conversation I had with, I had that conversation with Valva. I had the Valve projectors. I had this conversation with them and GM something Go projectors. We had a conversation with them a while back about how they wanted us to develop screen paints to make their products look good in showrooms. And I said, before I stick my name on this, I want some of your projectors over for testing. And they refused to, so we told them no. So from this day on, anyone who owns one of those projectors can't have we can't sell it to you. We just can't. Not because of that, because it ain't gonna work. We can't sell it to you. So you're stuck. You won't read contrast, you can't operate in fully lit environments, you're stuck. And your projector has a really low contrast. Woo, this is a nice one. I like this one. This one, like I'm actually going into outer space. Your projector has poor contrast on it, and it has a gray screen attached to it. I don't know why people didn't even see that one coming. They give you really poor contrast. That's why I gave you the contest challenge, telling you, look, real simple. Just go take your projector, turn all your lights on in your environment, light it up in there really, really good, and then pull a star fill. Let's see if you're getting what you paid for out of your machine. And I bet you're going to be sitting there shocked and all like, oh, I'm pretty sure you did it already. I wouldn't be surprised. Anyone buying a projector, ultra short, so especially is going to turn the lights on. They're going to do it. It's designed to replace the TV. That's the reason why they bought it, because they didn't want to buy a TV. Woo! Which one is this one? I like this one. That's gonna look nice when we get this screen set up in here. It's gonna look nice. What's this? Which one is this one? This is the screensaver starfield. What's that? Screensaver starfield. Screensaver starfield. No, it's not moving as fast as that one. Who makes this one? Let me see. Oh, Screensaver. Really, that's the guy who makes it. It's a Screensaver. Huh. Say, vortexing over here. Oh, see? This is why I tell you, you have to move and you can't be in the middle of the floor when I'm walking around. I explain this to you. He'll lay right in the middle of the floor, knowing I'm coming by and won't even move. So I get right up on top of him. They're almost too late. I got these boots on, Jack. I weigh a little more than you do. You might want to move the next time you see me coming by. I can't see him because it's dark in here. This joker's laying right there in the middle of the floor. Good thing I tripped over that controller first before you. I didn't even know he was even there. Gotta stop doing that nonsense. I've seen people got cats that will literally blend into the steps and lay right near the steps. Like, why would you even do that? Good. Your owner comes down, steps on you, breaks his neck in the process, you end up in a freaking animal shelter. Sheesh. Right there, smacking away. Don't like the move. You guys would be horrible drivers. You would speed up, you slow down, cause all kinds of accidents. So let me see. I want to see what we have here. I can't get this video. Why is it we get something here? Oh, here it is right here. No, that's Space TV. That's something else. This is made by Screensaver. That's definitely not that right there. Starfield, made by Screensaver. All right. Well, this is this guy right here. But he ain't that fast. Where did this one come from? Just stumbled about. I like this one. I'm going to use this for all my demonstrations now. This one has it, but not as much as that one has it. That's a vortex. Oh, that's way too crazy. Oh, this is it. Yeah. See how bright it is? See how the contrast looks? Now, look at it over here. Washed out. Yeah, you don't like to move. You don't. I gotta watch you. I look at the floor at the same time while I'm staring at you. Staring at the screen. There you go, see? Gotta breathe the infinity one, people. Now watch this. Gotta be able to read it in a fully lit environment. That's why I said being in the dark and saying, hey look, my screen's pulling a contrast level. You're not, you can't see it. That's why we need our technology over here. I'm gonna bring investors in here. Look at this mess. Can't come in here. They aren't gonna see anything. They're already, that's what I'm saying. If you got people that are already sitting in dark environments, how are you going to basically convince your product works if you're sitting in a dark environment? The color red. You can't convince them on that. And every customer I've done business with, the first thing they ask me from the door is it ambient light projection? Every single one of them, I ask that question. Every single one. Every single one, I ask that question. Because nobody really wants to be in the dark. They just don't. That screen. Now remember I told you that the walls are gray? See the white sheet of paper? That's how I know. When I put the white sheet of paper until the walls are gray. Because the tone's different. But, again, you can't see red. We see red. Our technology can pick it up. Gunmetal laying next to our screen doesn't read red correctly. Gotta have a black level to read that. Take my lights out. Partial lighting. I'm gonna take the lights all together. Now he's sitting over there, which he should be. Now away from me, I don't kill myself. Now you see the difference? See the white level right here? So the white screen is bringing up a red level, but technically it's washed out where the gray wall is picking up a little bit better, but still washed out. And you have to be, if you're going to be doing colors, remember, you have to be in fully lit environments. So if I bring my investors in here, they don't want to see light splashing all over the place, like off the ceiling, which is bouncing off right now. See if we do partial lighting. Partial lighting should be the reading partial lighting. Now, like I said, people get mad when we do these demonstrations. Look, at this particular point right now, where we're going, we don't care. I don't care about your emotions. I don't care about your feelings. This is business in the day. When that cannon gets here, we start the next stage of our process, which is ad tech. When we launch that ad tech TV technology, we're taking on everybody. Whether you like it or not, we're coming for you. So you understand that. We want to be number one. That's what you have to understand. I'm not happy with basically what I see going on in projection world. I'm not. These dark environments, these high-powered projectors leaning right on top of screens, that's bull crap at the end of the day for us. I want to see real technology. So, in order for me to make that claim that we are number one, we're going to have to basically take everybody out in the process. When that paint sprayer reaches here, we begin the process of operating on the TV technology of AdTech's capabilities and its gaming technology. I told you it does more than just advertising. There's actually another part of that screen. It's designed to be the ultimate projection screen. Now for my customers, they like this. I've not got one customer so far saying, you know, Ken, hey, look, you know, I like it better if we just deal with these washed out projection screens, high powered projectors, mind numbing calibration, and all this other nonsense we have to go through. I've never met a customer say that. Customers want the best. The only people that are offended and upset by what we say is people make product. You should have long been, you know, if you got comfortable with your product, that was a big mistake. That's a very big mistake. I'm never comfortable with my product. I'm always developing, working on something new, doing research to bring out the very best that we can bring out for our customers. If you got comfortable, you're going to be in a lot of trouble when that screen launches. A lot of trouble. As a matter of fact, this technology can easily take you out. Color QUASAR can take out just about anything. We got a screen called the mother of all screens. There's nothing that can touch that screen at all. Not a thing. I can bring back an 8, drop an FLE technology, an element 77, and wipe screens out left and right. We can bring back old technology, 7s, 12s. We can bring them back. So again, should have been doing your work, but I don't care about that. What I care about right now is getting my company where it needs to be at, concentrating on the things we need to build, design, and get together so I can bring my investors in here so I can get my company where it needs to be at. Not dealing with the nonsense of headaches. We got courtrooms for that. That's what they're designed for. Courtrooms, lawyers are designed for that mess right there all together. Right now I need to concentrate on my work. And if people at the end of the day, when they get upset and angry, bitter, then you just deal with it in your own world. At the end of the day, we really just don't care. We got things to do. I don't have time to cry over dumb nonsense. So you go ahead and cry and whine, make your YouTube channels and cry, continue crying as you've been doing, and I got things to build and design. I got customers and people coming here willing to pay me a ton of money, and I'm planning to get that money, get what we need to get done, and to finish and accomplish this job, which we started off with many years back on basically developing better technology for our customers. So I don't have time for it. Let me see what I want to do here. Let's see. That surface is coming to get that screen up and get that projector done. This one needs artwork, so it'll be finished by the end of the month. Get the floor finished, get this screen done, get the Thunderbox kit completed on this one. I got 2 websites to update and I got another one to build. I got brochures to design. I got new business cards I'm hooking up for myself. I got new t-shirts, long t-shirts, freaking hoodies, everything with my company's logo. I even got a customized paint roller coming out that has a LED bar going down the side of it. Customized with my company's name on it. But we don't have time to think small. Where I'm sitting at right now, this is not thinking small. You got to think big to be in this area right here. Can't come here with fake specifications and lies and all that stuff. This is not a game here. In this world right here, you can easily get your behind sued, quick and fast. You better be the back of everything you say out of your mouth. That's why we can be here. But anyway, I have much work to do. I don't got time to jibber jabber about that. I got to get here and I got to get this computer up and going. I got to finish mapping up this wall, and I finally got an idea exactly what I'm going to need to do this. 3. The door's going to be bigger than this, but no, I don't want it too big. So get this thing measured up on what we got to do here. So let me see. Taco, extra taco, extreme. Right there. Take it from here to here. Here. So I think I'll be happy with this side and this side here. So. But I think it's 7 inches. Woo! 107. We're 107 wide. time for it. Look, I'm looking to make $100,000 in my first week. $100,000. I got a office building that every screen in there is white. Every single one of them. The conference room, they're all white. They're going to come in here and see this technology operating in an office in a fully lit environment. So I showed them the video demonstrations. They're very impressed. They want to come and see it for themselves. Guys, if it works as it's shown in the video and we can see it for ourselves, we'll have you do the entire building. This building is freaking huge. Now, we told them we don't do the installments, which we don't do. They had their own maintenance team. They're asking exactly how easy to apply it on. So we'll come in and do a demonstration, paint with the screens in, show them how easy to do to the maintenance team, and that's it. They do the rest. And that drops in cool $80,000 in my banking account. Once that building's set up, anybody walking into that building, anyone in to do business on any level is going to see our technology right from the door. And that's going to bring me that's going to bring me a lot of money. Because other companies going to know why they have black screens in there, who developed the black screen, and they can come right to my office and see that technology. There you go. So you guys can go peddle your fake paints on freaking YouTube. We got bigger plans right now. Let's see. We got the starter packs. Got to get those started. It's going to be free surface. It's 24 ounces, 24 ounces. 16 ounces does up to roughly 106 ounces. Yep. And we have to make 5-gallon containers. Literally gonna need 5 gallons. We're gonna need that. Doing a job like that's gonna require 5-gallon containers. So you may see a option pop up for wholesale. You can't access it. Only certain people have do business on contracts. They can only access wholesale. Wholesale is anywhere between, we do starting at wholesale, they're all gallons. They'll be 1 to 5 gallons. That's what we're going to be doing next. Let me get that finished. Okay. Free blackout cloth. Blackout cloth. Blackout cloth. Free LED lights. Free LED lights. Okay. That'll be for this one right here. 24 ounce. And this will be a starter kit. Starter kit. Question, will they fit in the box? They probably won't even fit in the box. I'm curious if they will fit in the box. I got a large box right here to see if they'll fit. Let's see. God, it's on. Why do you have that on? You don't need those anymore. You don't need heat in here. It's like cooking off. Some medium. These are all mediums? What are the large boxes? Are there any large boxes in here? I can't be mediums, right? You can use large. Large? That's a large box. Here's work. Give me So what I want to do is, because this is why you apply for your business wholesale license. So you can go in and your tax identification ID license. That's why you apply for those things. Because we can go get ourselves wholesale. So my lights, blackout cloth surface, we get them all wholesale. And what I want to do with the starter kits, I want to do like we did like the old school setups. And old school setups had paint rollers, paint tape, everything in there. Because we got everything wholesale. I'm trying to see if this will fit in this box. And it will. Perfectly. Okay. So we can add in a 9-inch paint roller. 9-inch paint roller. 9-inch. Let me see. We'll add a 9-inch in that roller. We'll add in that will also too come with the roller itself, the 9-inch net roller, and it will come with the roller itself. We're adding some frog tape. I only use frog tape only. I don't use blue tape. Frog tape is the only tape I stand by. I've been using it for years. Something I like. Frog tape. And let me see. And we'll add in the drop off cloth. Yeah. Really? How can I not remember that? I haven't used them in years. Drop off cloth. A paint drop cloth. There we go. Paint drop cloth. There we go. I'm thinking drop off. Paint drop cloth. So we'll add all that in there, and this will be for our starter kits. So that will be at 24 ounces. It will come with a free blackout cloth surface. That'll be to 100 inches. It'll come with a set of free LED lights, 9-inch nap roller, and it will come with frog tape and paint drop cloth. Yeah, so we'll get those. That'll be only on the Cruiserweight site only. That'll be a starter pack. We're going to be giving the name on that's going to be changing pretty soon. We're going to be upgrading and adding. We brought a new domain name for. We need everything to sync to Black Series. The gamer site is going to be completely different. It's a different entity on its own, so it's going to have its own different design of customized screens. My buddy's going to be setting up the VIP service for it for our friends and people to come in and talk and carry on. For those individuals who feel that you want to use the site and carry on, we got some special people for you, just so you know. I hired some actually they're hiring them. These are my IT buddies. They're hiring some very special people. So that takes care of that nonsense from the door. And I'm also going to bring in a very serious legal team. We're not playing around at the end of the day. So I told you 2025 is going to be more like me showing up technology, and you'll see people coming in and out of court. Yeah. We have to show you we mean business. So we can't have all that nonsense. So if you want your stuff and your freedom, I'll suggest you basically don't do dumb stuff. Because it's going to be very rare we send out a cease and desist order. Chances are most of the time we probably won't. We'll just come get you. So don't do dumb stuff. All right, let me see. Do you know when you actually pass through these VIP servers, your IP address pops up? That's an AnyChat site, so you know that. So people want to go in and make fake names and all that stuff, your IP address pops up in there. That's why I tell people, don't go on the forum sites doing dumb stuff. You know the security system they have on a forum site? Especially the chat rooms? Yeah, your IP address pops up. Unless you're going and you're masking your IP address, but there's ways to get around that. That's why I'm bringing in my boys at the end of the day. They do that stuff. And one of the guys who actually rewrote the operating system for XP and another guy, he's coming in. Because they're going to be setting it up. They're going to monitor the whole entire thing. That's what they're going to be doing. It's a shame we have to go down this road. But again, we don't have people at the end of the day that don't know how to act with respect in the day. They're full of jealousy and hatred at the end of the day. And the more and more we do, the more angry they become. Do that. All right, so let me see. I like this whole setup. Now, this is fantastic. This gives somebody an opportunity, if they're going to do home theater for the first time and they're just starting off, they can get their feet wet and get a little everything with it. So that's what we'll do. So I got to get my wholesale license, pick up where I got that thing at, go down and check out a couple companies and get some free stuff for you guys. But that'll only be on the Cruiserweight site. We already just started opening up the marketplace right now, so we're re-engineering the whole marketplace to get all this ready for everybody. So we are, let me see, pause this. Let's go over to our marketplace. Already starting to set up in here, getting ready to start adding in the new kits. Put a new introduction page, all that. All this is going to be changed out, taken out, and we're going to be putting a whole new kit in there, the starter kit packages. And these come in large boxes because there's a lot of stuff. So it comes in, you'll see a large United States Postal Service shipping box will come to your front door. It comes with a lot of stuff. So we're going to put a 9-inch nap roller, and that's with the roller bracket or everything you need at the end of the day. Oh, you should throw some brackets too. Why not throw some free brackets? You're going to build a screen where they're going to give you a drop-off surface. So you might want to put a fixed frame into it, right? And some people, I get to some people all the time saying, well, I don't know what brackets to choose. We can hook you up with brackets. Brackets. Okay, I guess there's some brackets too. All right, cool, awesome. Brackets will come with screws and all that stuff, everything you need. So you'll get your brackets, you get your drop cloth, you'll get frog tape, you get a 9-inch snap paint roller. You will get 24 ounces of the product, and you will get free blackout cloth, we said that already, and free LED lights with it. So that'd be the whole kit right there, and that'll be free shipping. This is only going to be within the United States. As I told you before, we are going to be in the process of actually discontinuing all overseas orders until we get somebody else in that may want to take that over, and then they can handle that themselves. But on our end, we're not going to be doing overseas for a while. And quite frankly, we do some business overseas, but I get more orders in the United States than I do overseas. I do a lot more orders. So we had to calculate all that too, like how many orders do we actually make, how much business do we do here? We do a lot more business here in the United States than overseas. But again, we have to do that ship back policy, and it's very important that we have that. It's part of our batch number verification for our products. So with that being said, it makes it a little bit more difficult when we're dealing overseas. So that's another reason why it's going to be canceled out. So I apologize for that. If you're interested in the product, you can basically order with somebody. People in the United States, they know somebody and they can ship it to you and do it that way. But yeah. Okay, let me see. So I'm happy with that. This is already mapped out. We got the size from here, 107. Let's see, we got 24. And we got to add that up real quick and see what we get from there. How many panels do I need to get this done? And we can glue everything in. But I'm going to build a frame today, get that done. So roughly it's 5 feet, but we're going to go higher than 5 feet. So that's 72 inches. 72 inches. I'm doing these 72 inches high, so 72 inches high. So right there, because we've got more room to play around with. In case I want to expand my screen. So let me see, get a measurement here for this. Let's see, we have 4 times. But that's a long way doing. I don't want to do it a long way. 4 times 36. Geez, that's way too big. All right, 3 times. Oh, we only need 3 panels. Oh, heck yes. Definitely 3 pounds. Okay, 3 pounds is all you need. Okay, so that's $75. Cool. All right, $75. We need 3 panels, 3 of them, and we need 36 by 72. 36 by 72. So that is the width of it. The width is going to be 108. We were at 107, so that's fantastic right now. Okay, and the height, we're good on the height. We're definitely good on the height. Okay, because the height's going to be 5 feet, but at 5 feet we can come in at 6 feet. 6 feet. Oh yeah, that's fantastic. That's actually almost made the size we need. At 72, the panels are fantastic. At 36 by 72, our screen size is about 5 feet by 107 inches. So 3 times 36 is going to be in inches. Let me see, 3 times 36, 3 times 36 is 108 inches. 108 inches, which is perfect. That's perfect. Our screen size width has to be 107, and we come in at 108 inches. That's fantastic. And then the height of the screen is 5 feet. So at 5 feet, and the screens are basically 72 inches high, which is actually around 6 feet. That's perfect. Well, we needed 3 of them. We're done. That's it. That's cheap. That's pretty much cheap when I have to build this thing. So pretty much to build my giant screen is going to be cheap. The boxes are all free, and I only have to spend like $75 for my panels, and that's pretty much it. We make screen paint, so a lot of doll with that. And the projector I'm paying for costs $80 because we don't need anything expensive. The screen does all the work. Oh, I spend all this money for nothing. That's why I said when I walk in all the other environments, I'm walking around looking at the screen, I'm looking at the windows, I'm looking at their projectors. I'm like, geez, really? That projector is 20 times better than the one I'm using right now. And that's what impresses them when they come in, because they know they spent all this money for this projector, and they come and see our projectors. They go, gee whiz, these things are super old. Yeah, but I'm producing an image that's better than what you got in your environment right now. So it tells you at the end of the day, I mean, they're kicking their behind. They're like, why can't we find you guys sooner? How much money we spent on that projector? Yeah, you know, a lot of money for those projectors. So yeah, and my projector we got coming in here is like $80. That's it. Got the lens shift and adjusted in place and everything. So yeah, I get that all the time. Like, man, how come we didn't find you guys sooner, man? We spent so much money on this machine. It's unbelievable. 4K demonstrations. Yeah. Oh shoot, we're on the wrong unit. I forgot. That's the game system over there. Okay. Alright, so all that's done. Let's finish. We got an idea of what I can do with the kits. Exactly what's going on that. We'll get that done, get the kits and everything worked on, get that finished, update what we're going to be adding in, what are we going to upgrade on there. I like the Black Widow technology, I do. So I think I may do gunmetal technology on that site, but I want a different type of gunmetal. So we were supposed to develop an FLE gunmetal on the side. We were supposed to do that. We'll bring it over here and bring it on this side over here. But we'll call it, I want it under a new 38 Black Widow. The Imperial gunmetal Black Widow. Bum, 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 bum. All right, we'll get it. Knock out a couple of heavy certified screens, not a problem. Let's see, got 3 big companies that make the best. I want the best. I don't have time for everybody else. I want the best gunmetal on the market, the best to go against these screens. We knock them out. We got a product that we can stand behind. So that's what I said. Understand that when I try to get people to understand the whole purpose of testing against certified, real certified gunmetal, not saying your gunmetal. That's bullcrap. You have to go against actual gunmetal technologies, a whole different type of screen. So in order for me to go on a forum site and have these conversations with people who actually own these screens, I have to actually do these tests on these screens. They're saying, oh no, my stuff is gunmetal. How do you know it's gunmetal? Because it's dark gray and it's gunmetal. No, you don't have gunmetal. You got charcoal gray. That's what you have. For the person claiming to have gunmetal, you got charcoal gray. That's what you're rated as, charcoal gray. Until you actually do the test in a fully lit environment where these screens can thrive at, and show that your product can go toe-to-toe or even beat a certified gunmetal screen, you're going to have to be, your stuff is charcoal gray. Because there's no way in the world that anyone's going to send me a container of paint claiming to be a gunmetal, and you're not even ambient light rejection technology. How the freak is that possible? That's one of the high points of gunmetal technology. So it's so dark, it picks up in really well-lit environments because it absorbs light. The fact that it has a darker color to it picks up a darker shade of gray. So again, how are you claiming this to be gunmetal when it's not ambient light rejection? That's why I was looking at the container. I was like, what the freak? Like, how does that even work? It doesn't make any sense. That's why I told you at the end of the day, it's so backwards nonsense. It's so backwards. It's so backwards, it's not even funny. Posted it on a forum site. The guy was like, what color is this stuff supposed to be? I said, apparently it's supposed to be gunmetal. And I go, how is it supposed to be gunmetal? It's not ambient light rejection technology. I was like, don't even go down that road with this joker at the end of the day. People just make it up as they go along. Let's not do things correctly. Let's not test nothing. Let's not back up anything. Let's just make it up as we go along. Well, just let you know, make it up as you go along, get your lawsuits. That's what it does. It'll land you in court with a lawsuit. Make it up as we go along. Imagine a pharmaceutical company making medication. We got any testing of this stuff? Did this stuff have any bad side effects? Oh, whatever. We just make it up as we go along. That's why pharmaceutical companies get dragged in court and get sued, because they kill people in the process. People get killed. People end up injured for life because they took something thinking that was tested and it was never tested. They didn't do the testing properly and somebody dies from it. That's why you have to test stuff out. Can't make it up as you go along. So, yeah. So we got to get in some high gunmetal screens for this screen we're making. All right, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to convert the gunmetal. We have one here, which is an Imperial gunmetal Black Widow, but we're going to convert it to an FLE technology. and we're going to put it against other certified gunmetal screens. All test demonstrations will be displayed live as usual. All test demonstrations will be in all shopping carts for you to see all demonstrations. Get that started. You gotta make phone calls today now to get that ready. Get that stuff down here so we can get that ready and good to go. I want these kits out in no time at all. So calculate exactly what it's going to cost us and what can we price these things for. I need them to be super affordable. We can't do no $50 paint. Sorry for people basically about 50 paints. No, you ain't getting nothing out of a $50 paint. Another thing. That's why you can't test that stuff. So it's not for, if you're into that, then you know, just, you don't have to spend 50 bucks. If you're going for a great paint, a light gray paint, and that's what you're going for, then there's plenty of stuff you can make for free or just slide it off the shelf. Okay? Honestly, I'm telling you the truth. I wouldn't bother paying for it. That other stuff we got down there for testing, that stuff is pretty good. I already put that against some gray paint, and it definitely showed a difference. So that stuff is pretty good. That's why I said I don't know what he did to that paint, but it's definitely different from what I'm used to seeing. The guy who has some called Pro HD, whatever, we got that stuff. That stuff is really good. I mean, really, really good. He knows what he's doing. So like I said, when we get to that plateau, I'm going to reach out to him and say, look, my man, I like your work. I like how you sell your product. At the end of the day, I'd like to know if you want to come on board with us, or basically we can just basically give you some connections to help your business grow. I'm looking definitely to investing in him at the end of the day. Very nice presentation. Had no problem getting the items over here. The paint was beautiful. I loved it. So at the end of the day, if I'm going to be investing in somebody, it'll be him. I'm definitely going to invest in him. Definitely. We get any business for anybody that doesn't want to deal with us and they'd rather have a great paint, I'm going to push that business in his direction. I know somebody who tested his stuff, we like this stuff, I'm going to push it over to him. I like his work. He's definitely worth more than what he's charging right now. He is. I used to develop great paint, so I know good great paint when I see it, and that's actually really good. It's really good. And the application went on smooth, man, real smooth, nice, very nice. Very nice. Not hard to do instructions. Matter of fact, there were no instructions that came with it. That's another thing. I was like, oh, no instruction? Pop, 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 done. I was like, man, freaking nice, very nice. And I did test it against other products. It was very good, very nice. So, let me see. Ah, really? Okay. So we got to complete the thunder boxes to get them done. Get them all finished, get them assembled, and get them done and show them all on the screen. I gotta get the screen finished. And I do want to play a song, AC/DC, Thunderstruck. I'm definitely going to do that on the screen. It's going to be sick when I get done with it. So we'll do that. We'll have lightning going across the screen and going around it. It's going to be freaking crazy when we deal with it. Oh, I'm going to get myself a rating. I'm going to get myself a rating to put in front of my screen. A rating. All right. I think I might put them on top. I think I'll put rating on top. But anyway, so on top of that, we have a metro screen. You ever seen when you go to the subways, you see those metro screens that come down to clear, you can see right through, and they got the freaking news on this side, and the whole thing. We're actually going to be designing one, but it's going to be right up where the screen. We're going to use an ultra short throw projector behind it, so this is all metal. We're going to magnet it here and here, and they're going to hang it down here. So we're going to have the projector mounted right, just a little small projector, anything big, a small projector, and we're going to have it. We can hit right here, and I can see the news and everything right from there. It's going to be a slim metro screen, so I can watch my news and sports and whatever right through there. It's going to use an ad tech technology to do it. That's so much cool stuff. It's going to be insane, insane. Actually, to tell you the truth, technically, we launched that screen, and we're testing on the screen. I have no point going to other gray paints. That's not our category. That's not for us. That's not for us. We're advanced for that. We're too advanced for that. We're just gonna point that thing in certified's direction. Might as well. Yeah, because there's no point. And people, as long as you're making a gray paint for the first time, you don't need something like that popping up on your radar. So that's on purpose for that at all whatsoever. Let them develop, let them make, let them get to the point where they need to get to. We've started this business to basically deal with the certified physical screens. And that's what I'm pointing at. I'm pointing in that direction. Because hopefully by then we'll have a black screen. And hopefully by then I can get my hands on that base and that black diamond black screen. I would love to put that against AdTech black technology. See the results in that. But they made it so that anybody can get their hands on that thing. They made it almost virtually impossible. But I got a feeling I know somebody can get me one. have to make a phone call for that. But other than that, yeah, we're going to point that in certified's direction. So, message to certify, you got, well, you should have it done by now. Really, I don't know why you don't have a black screen by now. If they're probably working on one, I don't even know, but it'd be nice to see one by the time that thing comes out. So that'd be nice. Yeah, we're gonna do it that way. We're just gonna go after the physical screen. Why not? We got a physical screen. It's gonna be a physical screen anyway. So it'd be physical screen versus physical screen. That's what they are. All the ad techs are all physical screens. That technology is going to be physical too. So I'm just going to point it in the direction of certified screens. That's what I'm going to do. So a little message of certified screens. If you have a gunmetal technology, I would advise you start working on a black screen and kind of look as fast as possible. Because again, that thing's going to wipe out all your gunmetal screens and white screens and whatever you have in the day is just going to take it out with no problem. And we're blessed to get it in a trade show. We can't be in normal lighting with that thing. It absorbs a lot of light. We can literally do that demonstration outside if we want. But inside, we're going to need a ton of lighting around that screen. That's why that screen is going to have a special halo system designed for it. The frame itself is light. That's going to be interesting, isn't it? Watch them come and see the holes. See. There we go. We're back. I thought the stream just not real quick. Yeah, the halo system for those screens is actually made out of pure light. The Omegas, when they come out, their screens are actually pure light. That's the next stage of technology we're working on. But yeah, those screens, the halo system, the whole frame is all pure light. You know the high power lights, you go to a bar, you see that Bud Light or whatever flashing in the window? That's literally how we have to make the frame out of that. Super fluorescent, high bright light to push into that screen. So it's a different type of screen. Omegas are light. That's the difference in thing about the Omega technology, which we bring out in 2027, and screens actually physically are light. And all that started with AdTech. AdTech is the responsibility of all that future technology because AdTech took in that sunlight. When we have the screen sitting there absorbing that much sunlight, we're thinking, gee whiz, like that thing's functioning like that. The possibilities we can do with this thing are insane. So now it's like, now we're just start make screens physically made out of light because again, can't get any more brighter than that, can you? That's like a TV up there. That's beyond a TV. That's freaking a screen made out of physical light that comes on. That's gonna be sick. Because if you can absorb sunlight, you can definitely use regular fluorescent lights easy to take on. So all that comes down to the paint sprayer, which we're waiting for right now. I could have went down and got a white paint sprayer for $60. It was like $20. I'm thinking like, I wonder. Because all I use is Wagner's. That's all I use is Wagner paint sprayers. But I'm curious if I wonder. I never bought an unnamed brand. Never, ever. So if this works just as good as the Wagner, it saves me some money. And I need to get a couple of these. Especially I need a cordless one too. There you go on site and I got to spray these things in. Oh, no, they're pre-coated. I forgot. Someone else is doing that for us. We got a guy coming. He's going to be doing that for us. They're going to hire somebody else. This is why I had to get an EIN number. Because they're going to hire a professional sprayer to come in. And he's not going to be using Wagner's to spray that screen. His equipment is way beyond ours. Yeah, he's got some really cool stuff, man. He does customized cars. So I saw a couple of them in there doing some cars and stuff like that. And I kind of passed out my business cards and told them I'm going to be looking for some sprayers. And they said, hey, let us know. So for them, they're just going to go that's easy work for them. So that's what I'm hiring. A few people that actually are certified. Yeah, they do cars. Okay, so yeah, I think we're all good to go. We got our promo demonstrations up. Did a couple of those for the day. So a recap. I'm going to be on the site getting this ready for the new Cinema Starter Pack. Cinema Starter Pack. So Cinema Starter Packs. Let me first people for this, and I get my wholesale tax license and go over to a couple of spots where I go and buy my stuff from and start putting my orders in. And then we'll go on our social media sites and let them know we got a starter pack coming out. Alright, so we got FLE. This is going to come with 24 ounces. 24 ounces. It goes up to 120-inch screen. And you see 125 feet by 9 feet. So 5 feet by 9 feet is roughly in the range of 120 inches. So we need a blackout cloth a little bit bigger than that. It's going to come with a blackout cloth surface, which allows you to paint your screen on. When you paint this to your wall, this one comes with frog tape. The frog tape allows you to paint it to your wall if you want to do it that way. Very easy to do. Turn your projector on. Take your frog tape and put about 1 inch from the actual screen, away from the actual screen. Tape it around, and then basically just paint your screen in, peel it off, and you're done. You're not going to need a border. So when we make our gunmetal is interesting. We have on our page, you can watch our gunmetal history of how we have our gunmetal. Our gunmetal can operate in max out environments. They are super, super dark. The object of making the perfect gunmetal is to make a screen that's right tilting on the very edge of black, but not black. That's a pretty good gunmetal. So it's kind of like you ever play that penny game, you know, whoever gets closer to the board, the baseboard wins, you know what I mean? It's like that. Get it as close as you possibly can, but not tilting to black. And it is going to have a very strange color to it, like something interesting to it. Because I like for my screens to look beautiful even when the projector's off. I already had the conversation with the church. That's why we designed a dedicated Christian Cinemax, because it's a screen paint that looks beautiful even when the projector's off. So I like to have something a little different. I want it to be like everybody else. So we got blackout cloth. We're going to add in some free LED lights, about 16 feet. We usually put those in anyway. LED lights. And so LED lights. And here for you. Really? You gotta be kidding me. Now we run out of ink? Like, really? Sheesh. Back with the camera on the floor. I swear, I'll drop things on the floor and it just boop disappears. Like, what the freak is that? It disappears. It disappears. Alright, getting new ink pens today. That's one thing that I have on the list. We need ink pens. So let's see. The lights, we're about to get everything now. Drop cloth, frog tape, 9-inch paint roller, because that'll fit in the box. Everything we need from there. And the brackets. We're going to put in brackets. So the brackets will allow you to be able to, you know, you go to Home Depot or Lowe's if you're going to do a fixed frame screen. We have it on our site here. If you go to our Chrysalis site, we show you how to build frames. So this is a fantastic place to have your starter kits at, because we have sections on here we're building to help you be able to design your own frames. You can do levitating screens. We have levitating screens. I think I hit the wrong one. Levitating screens with screen support systems, outdoor screens, all kinds of stuff. So up at the top, once you get past this part right here, let me get in there. There we go. We go to the how-to page right here. In the how-to page, you will see everything in there to help you. That's me right there, building a screen from scratch. I told you I built one from scratch. All the wood, cut everything, put everything together, built that screen from scratch, and displayed it, painted it, displayed it, dried it right on camera, the whole 9 yards, everything. There's me building another frame here, another frame here, different forms of brackets, easy build screens here. Oh, sorry, we gotta bring you back. All right, let's do this a better way. Okay, here we go. So, first video shows you how to build it from scratch, right from the door. We have how to build easy frames here, here, and here, different ways on how to build your frames. Got another one there showing you how to build a huge, this is a 180-inch screen. Yeah, by using wood that was actually 4 feet wide and 2 feet high. This is showing you how to build a hanging screen. Basically, this is used for levitating screens, hanging screens, stuff like that. I'm going to do a levitating screen like it's actually floating. There we go. Spring support assist screens is actually fantastic for outside. Especially if you got a lot of wind kicking back and forth. Different more tutors on how to build stuff. painting screens, all kinds of stuff, everything you would need. Even build how to build your own stand for your motorized projection screen outside, your own standalone motorized projection stand. Acoustic screens right here. This is also too a levitating acoustic screen we built. More on how to build more fixed frame screens. Then painting demonstrations, how to properly paint your fixed frame screens. We've done dozens of those. Styrofoam, your styrofoam projection screens. This is what you want to have in your kit, stuff like this. This is something else for how to build a frame. Painting a bed sheet, converting that. Tension motorized projection screens. We got more demonstrations here. What's this on? I have no idea what that is. It's probably something. This is actually another painting a motorized projection screen, how to use paint sprayers, stuff like that. And it's a whole lot of stuff we got on here. It's going to be growing. We got more than that. This is how to take 32 ounces. See right there, I told you how we know. Can we use 32 ounces to paint 150 inches? We did this already. It's called paint downs. We do them all the time. There's even one we have on a demonstration on basically how to stiffen the material so it's like flat like a board. That was a 129 inch 1610 screen I built, where we actually put down the first application that are dry, second that are dry. You're good with the second, but then if you put in 2 more applications on that of paint that are dry, it stiffens it like a board. This is fantastic for ultra short throw setups. This is what I set up for the 235.1. So I'm going to be expanding more videos here for you. Oh wait, there's more. There's more. Yeah, there is more. Jeez. Forgot we hit the daylights at it. We put a lot of information in here for you guys. That's 250 inch paint down, 250 inch paint down, another 235.1 screen showing you. This is the difference between our technology versus great paint and so forth. All that's down there to give you an idea how our products work. This is a demonstration we did in the Maxo zone. We had a screen that we painted was 100 inches, which was a gray screen paint. And then we turned around and we painted our screen and put a white surface right next to it. So all the tests here, everything you need to find out. We've done our tests at the end of the day. We got to work in. So I'm going to be expanding this and adding more stuff to it. We also have another section over here on the page called trash projectors. We're going to be buying some more of those knockoff projectors. Let's see if these things really work. And this pretty much explains what trash projectors are all about. And this is buyer beware, keep you from bumping into these things and end up getting ripped off. Now we use Old Faithful in these demonstrations against these projectors because Old Faithful is 1,000 lumens and these projectors claim to be 7,000, 8,000. Those ones are claiming to be 15,000 lumens right there. When we had over there, it was claiming to be 15,000. But we put all this information to help you out. And this right here is a projector. I think it's VAKYO, some of that projector, Vanco, whatever it's called. This projector right here, yeah, this is one of the biggest scam projectors I've ever seen in my life. Besides the 8-man was horrible. But this one right here. And somebody on their YouTube channel was vouching for this projector. Guess what? AI and Google marks it as one of the number one projectors besides the Valva as fake projectors, knockoff machines. Fake and knockoff projectors. Nope, fake, not shake. See, it's right there. It's the whole topic. And guess who pops up? We do. Because we're the ones who are pushing that campaign for these knockoff projectors to be removed because they were causing a lot of damage. People were going and buying these projectors thinking they were getting what they were getting, and they were getting ripped off in the process. So now we got more and more people that are joining our fight to basically get rid of these machines. See, this is why I explain to people at the end of the day that a lot of stuff that we say and do, it gets advertised everywhere. If we were in the field of ripping people off in there, there's nowhere in the world, number one, I wouldn't be here to begin with because that'd be virtually impossible. That'd expose me too fast. Wouldn't be to do a lot of live demonstrations. Definitely couldn't go on site and show up for demonstrations, and we wouldn't have customer support showing our technology from the door. So yeah. So everything we tell you from the door, we've done the research to show you that these projectors are garbage. Do not go near them. See, our videos pop up. We were the ones doing all those tests because all these influencers on YouTube were going out and getting these projectors, and where the companies were sending them to them, and they were doing these. Oh, these projectors are fantastic. They're great. They're beautiful. You should buy them. No, you don't buy them, because we got them projectors and they were absolute trash. They were trash, and we did all the tests on them. So now they come back in and talk about, well, this projector is not really a good projector. I wouldn't make it my home projector, you know, something maybe for the kids. It would be fantastic for the kids, not to be using it as your home projector. Because they were lining your pockets with money, and you were sitting there lying on YouTube, and we busted those jokers and came on and did all these test demonstrations and put everybody on blast. They're scam projectors. Now we got people coming in agreeing with us. Just like when I sat there and said from the door about talking about, we got other people coming on board doing the same thing we're doing. Good, that's what starts it. That's what we want. We want people to start it. Same thing like the batch number. I'm going to push that batch number every chance I get to make sure that no company won't touch anybody unless you have one of those. So again, you think my influence don't carry? My influence carries. That's why we come up first on those projectors, because we have a site called the Blacklist, and on the Blacklist, people come there to see those projectors. But keep in mind, if we stick you on there, you're going to pop up just like this everywhere. So if you're out doing anything dirty or wrong, you're not supposed to be doing it. You end up on a blacklist. We got something else going to the blacklist. So these LED lights called Day Better. Oh my goodness. Those are the worst LED lights I've ever used in my life. And I have experience in LED lights. I use a lot of LED lights in a lot of my demonstrations, and those were the worst things I've ever saw. I'm going to buy me another pair because I haven't bought them in a while, and see if they change. If they're doing the same thing they're doing, yeah, they're going on that blacklist. Definitely stay away from those things. Definitely rip off. But yeah. Yeah. Now, yeah, some people come in the room to my, oh yeah, they came from China. No. The companies we bought from were in China. They were in California. That's where we got ours shipped in from. One was from California, one was from Washington, D.C. Another one was over in Florida. They were here. If I ordered that thing from China, it took forever to get here. No, they were here. You know how basically people think at the end of the day when it says made in China, it doesn't mean it's actually manufactured in China. It means the parts are probably made somewhere else, because that's what companies did. Companies outsource their businesses to other countries because it would be cheaper for them to make those products and then bring them over here where they'll assemble them. So that's what they did. Outsource a lot of their companies. And by doing this, they put a lot of Americans out of work, because again, the whole factory shuts down because now they want to move it clear over here because it's cheaper to make the parts. Meanwhile, the people over there, they get ripped off too, because they don't pay them next to nothing. Next to nothing to make a pair of sneakers over here that's going to cost somebody over here $300-400. And they're getting paid nothing over there. They're just ripping everybody off in the process. So when I got people saying, oh, it came from China, no. Some of them are manufactured in China. They're assembled over here. If you want to do a little experiment, get yourself an ink pen, walk around your house, look at your items, find out how much stuff is made in America. Because a lot of these companies were doing it, outsourcing someplace else. Now, when COVID kicked in, that was a major wake-up call for a lot of companies. Because now you're outsourcing all your stuff over there, and if their country shuts down over there because of the virus, how are you going to get your parts? That's what happened to NVIDIA. Parts were over there. Yeah, NVIDIA doesn't just go into gaming PCs. NVIDIA goes into a lot of stuff. It goes into your console systems, goes into cell phones, all kinds of stuff. Those chips pop up in cars, all kinds of stuff. So when you're outsourcing your stuff someplace else, and say a virus breaks up over there, and they got to quarantine the whole city, everything is shut down, guess what that means? Manufacturing stops. So that means the parts over here now are going to cost more money, and the price is going to shoot to the roof, which happened to the NVIDIA cards. They went to the roof. Now, for someone who's saying that, well, why don't we just stop making parts over there? Can't do that, buddy. That's going to take a process. That's a long, long process, because now you're going to have a shock to the system that's going to just spiral everything out of control. If you think things are expensive now, you have no idea what would happen if they decide to pull their companies from there and bring them over here, which means it would cost far more money to manufacture them here, which means the price would have to go up. And instead of you sitting there spending maybe, I say roughly maybe $800, $900, maybe $1,000 for an iPhone, you're looking at somewhere maybe $3-4 grand. Easy. So again, it's a slow process that has to be done. Can't just rip it off like a band-aid. But that's the problem. That's what happened. And that outsourcing nonsense started with the 80s when they were doing that nonsense. I think roughly around the 80s where companies were outsourcing. Let me think for a minute. I might be a little far back on that one. What year was it when companies were outsourcing to make their products overseas? 70s. I went too far off. 1970s, so it wasn't too far off. So yeah, a lot of these companies that made their products here in America started making the outsourcing them overseas. So why? So they can keep more money for themselves. I mean, come on, how much money does one need? I mean, you're already making money. You're already making money. But you need more money. We need more money. Greed. That's where greed came in. Now, again, it has a good side because, again, some of the companies do pay the people overseas good money. Because a lot of them got busted doing things they shouldn't have been doing, like Nike. Yeah, that nonsense. Yeah, they got caught. A couple of these people designer clothes got caught with these sweatshops. So they started cracking down on that more. So people can have good jobs over there to make some money and so forth. But on top of that, they still assemble them over here. Now they do make sneakers over there. Oh yeah, that's doing that. But some parts, like your PC parts and all that stuff, you know what I mean? That stuff is pretty much made over there and sent back over here. Would I ever do that? No, no. And the reason why is because we had something that happened to what Supreme 8. Supreme 8 had an issue in COVID. And the problem is Supreme had an issue, because some of the stuff I was getting to make the Supreme 8 was here in the United States. It was overseas. So the problem I had with that is that when that problem kicked in, we had no way to make it. Because everything we made was everything we need was over there. So we're not going to say where, but it was over there, and we had to discontinue the 8. Now, we could bring an 8 back. We can convert it, change it to technology we have here, but we made sure that whatever happens, we can outsource stuff anywhere. Just in case if that ever pops up. Hopefully it never, ever does ever again. Oh, yeah. Key points about the history of outsourcing. You got to look up on that, man. This is stuff you need to. You're going to be in business. With people who call themselves want to be in business, if you're going to be in business, you have to know this stuff. You have to know how the economy fluctuates and all that stuff. You have to know this stuff. At the end of the day, outsourcing is one of the things you have to know. General Electric was beginning the early pioneers of this practice. So actually, the ones who started it first were General Electric. They started it first. Yep. They were the first pioneers that started it, the outsourcing. Yes, sirree. So when people say, and their products are made in America, no, you can't actually say that. You say assembled in America, can't say made in America. And chances are it's made overseas. So if all your ingredients are made actually in the United States, then you can say made in America. But if your products are actually made overseas and they're brought over here to be assembled, then you're assembled in America, not made in America. I see people doing that all the time, put down made in America, like, nah. Is your stuff, you got anything being assembled overseas? Oh, you do? Guess what? Made overseas, you're not made in America, you're assembled in America. That's what you are. The majority of most of our products are made overseas. That's when the guy was, it's not a mean joke. It's an interesting joke. It's a meme. And I hope Asian people don't take this the wrong way. But I have friends that are Chinese. I have friends that are Korean. And I have some friends that are Japanese. And I asked them, well, mostly we don't have stuff here made from Japan. We have some stuff made from Japan, not mostly everything. Most everything we have is, it's got me looking at stuff, trying to see exactly where my stuff is all made from. But I don't really care at the end of the day. As long as it works, that's all that matters to me. I mean, keep in mind, we're not going to be able to bring it back because it's going to take a while to do that. Because again, you can't. There's going to be a recoil effect for that. But consider the fact that if you're from China and you buy stuff over here for souvenirs, I'm just curious, how would this work if the majority of the stuff we have over here is already made where you come from? Now, my buddy, I tell him this, and he starts laughing. He goes, you know what? That's kind of jacked up, but it's true. He said, because he was born here. He said, I came here and I went to buy some souvenirs for my family to take back. And it already says made in China. That just sounds kind of crazy at the end of the day. Now, I understand, like, you're going to have stuff over here that you don't have over in China. You got stuff in China that's not over here. I can understand that. But still, just the irony of it all, that when you think about it, it's just made in China. And it's made around there, it's made there somewhere. So, yeah. And he thought about that. He started laughing about it. He found it funny. He said, you know, that's really interesting. Very interesting. That's like if basically if everything we had in your country was made from America, everything. You outsourced all your stuff over here to be made, and I go over there to buy something, some souvenirs to take back to America, and I see something like, it's made in America. Same scenario. So for anybody who wants to get up there and go, oh, that's a racist joke. It's not a racist joke. It's just basic common sense. If you basically went over and everything in America was made over in Asia, was made over in China, and I went to go buy something to take over the souvenir, I'm like, it's made in America. You know, that's what people talk about when they go to foreign countries and they buy something, you know what I mean, exotic and nice, and bring it back like, look, this is actually made in Paris. Look at how amazing this looks. But yeah, when you, majority, they'll have to find something that's made in America. You'd have to look up something, like you would have to track it down. Like, I'm pretty, there are countries that make stuff, we do have stuff that's made in America. Made in America products only. So Amazon has a site right here. You can go in there, and it's got stuff that's made in America only. That's not like going and shopping and buying a souvenir. You know what I mean? Like you're picking up a souvenir from a souvenir shop. Which now it's got me thinking now. Now I'm gonna end up walking into a souvenir shop and looking under stuff, because I heard somebody mention it to me, like, hey, this guy brings it up. He's a deep thinker on Facebook, and he just brings up some of the craziest stuff. And he says, I wonder, it's interesting. When people come over here from China to come over and buy souvenirs, are they baffled at the fact that they're made in China? And I'm like, I said, my friend's from China, he's Chinese. I asked him the same question. He was like, and that's a pretty good answer right there. I said, yeah, it'd be like me if I came over to your country, everything was made in America. It wouldn't be the same thing because it's made in America. He said, that is pretty crazy when you think about it. So now I got to go to a souvenir shop. Airport's not that far from me. I'm going to go over there, pop over there, have a look around and see how much of anything in there is made from America. Now, should I think companies should outsource back and forth? Yeah, I think it's a good idea, but not everything. Leave some stuff here. Leave some stuff here. You can outsource here, and they can outsource here. Everybody can switch back and forth. Right? But leave some stuff here, because at the end of the day, if you take all the jobs, then people have no place to work at, no jobs at all. But then again, you can't argue about that one because there's tons of jobs. I love when people say, there's no jobs. Really? Seriously? There are jobs everywhere. There's so many jobs that you literally have people quitting jobs in the middle of a job and getting a job. Like, I've watched my my niece do that and quit a job because she didn't want it and end up getting a job the next day. Like, what the freak? Like, yeah, they go online and pull up the application and do the whole thing from there. Like pounding the sidewalk and putting out your application, your resumes over and over again and going to job fairs. When's the last time you heard of a job fair? You don't hear about job fairs. You hear about people at the end of the day talking about, we need people to work. Home Depot, we're hiring. Every restaurant you go to, hiring. They need people. I've had the UPS drivers come up to me and say, hey, man, you know anybody want to get a job, so and so and so, especially Amazon. Everybody from Amazon is overworked. You got more people now ordering online than you've ever had. So again, you got to have somebody to process. So I couldn't imagine people that work on the docks. As a matter of fact, I do know a few people that work on the docks. They're overworked. So they need people. And then you got, the reason why there's so many jobs, because you got people quitting jobs as fast as they get them. The value of a job of keeping it is really not there anymore when you think about it. It's not there. Because you can just basically just quit your job and get another one, just like that. Because again, like I said, put it this way. I got 10 people working for me. 5 of them quit. I'm going to need the other 5 in to finish the job. I got to hire somebody. At this particular point, I really don't care if you graduated or not. As long as you know how to operate, we can train you to work, you can read and write, you can operate that machine over there, you got a job at the end of the day. And that job's over there could pay maybe 16, 17, 18, $19 an hour. We don't care. We need you in here to get that process done because I got orders coming in because I got people ordering tons of stuff online and I got to meet those demands. So we need people in there. So that whole application process, most likely they're going to do is a background check and it's based on it. Go through a simple formality. They'll pay you while you're in training. I remember at one point they never paid you when you was in training. You had to go through the whole process and then you would start getting paid. But now they pay you in training because they want to keep you there. Like I told you, I got a friend of mine who works at a company. He told you somebody just comes in and just stares at the screen. They don't care. They got some. I don't know if they get paid by how many people being there, but man, they really don't do any work in that place. But anyway, that's how it is. And if I don't like the job, I mean, I ain't got the threat at me at the end of the day saying, well, if I quit this job, the odds of me going, it was so hard for me to get it to begin with. And I got to go out there and pound the payment. And I got to go newspaper, which we don't use anymore. And I got to go through all these interviews and blah, 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 just to get this job. So. I go through that now. You just go and walk in like you're hiring, you fill out an application. How soon can you start? Because they need people right away. How soon can you start? I can start right now. Okay, you can start right now. They give you an apron and everything, train you, and go to work. That's it. Because chances are somebody didn't come in there, somebody quit and got another job because there's jobs out there. So with that being said, with there being so many jobs, it's like, put it this way. If everybody had money, items would be basically considered at the end of the day useless. Nothing would have any value to it at all whatsoever. You can't flood the world with tons of money because then nothing has value to it. So in order for the world to process, you have to have a certain amount of income for everybody because everybody's too rich at the end of the day. Again, it just has no value to it. Can't run the world that way. So with that being said, it's almost like the same way you put it in a scenario, like if you're a collector, what is it better to do? To collect one item at a time? I'll collect this and I can wait and get ready for this one. That's what makes it exciting. And then I'll get this one next and I can't wait for the next one to come out. I can't wait. You finally get this one. It finally comes up and you get this one, add the collection. But imagine if you can just wipe the entire collection out in one hit and buy everything in one hit. Where's the excitement at? It's gone. I just look at it like, this is boring. I know I've done that before. I bought an entire collection, wiped it out, no time, like, this is boring. Oh well, just move on to something else. Get bored of it quick. So the fact that there are so many jobs out there that companies will literally bend over backwards so you can stay there because they know somebody will quit. But then again, they can get somebody in the next day too on top of that because the same person that may quit this job and go over here is the same person that quit this job and will go over there. It's easy to get jobs. I've watched one of my nieces go through 7 jobs in a month. Hired, paid jobs she was working at and decided she didn't want to do it anymore and she got another job. And I'm like, how in the world? Like, because I'm not used to that. I'm used to you work a job and if you get fired, you know how hard it was to get that job to begin with. So you would put it with all the crap that you could possibly put it with to keep that job because the odds if you get another job, it's going to be extremely difficult and it's going to be hard. No one wants to go through job fairs and wait hours and hours in line. No one wants to go pound the payment and give out application after application. No one wants to go through that nonsense. If you find a job and you land it, you will keep it for life. Now, no. Because you know what? I can go on the phone and go, pull this up, send my information, scan, take a picture of my ID, send it over, blah, 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 blah. Do a background check on me, pop up, do a video chat interview, You got the job, so no problem. That's it. Give you the address, you Google map it, where it's going to go at, go pick up, go to location, FaceTime the people as you're coming in. Yeah, that's how fast it is because we got these things right here. Now, it wasn't like me when I was a kid. When I was a kid coming up or teenager coming up, it was basically dress up, look nice. You don't even have to dress up. You're in FaceTime. You can just wear something from the neck down. In fact, they don't even care. You can wear a t-shirt at the end of the day. Or, yeah, so, he's my potential, blah, blah, blah. Okay, whatever. How soon can you start? And they ain't like jobs like minimum wage. These jobs pay $16, $17, $18 an hour. Some pay $20 an hour. Fast food restaurants pay $20 an hour. Yep. It's like it's getting to the point now that kids don't even go to college anymore. Well, what's the point? You go to trade school and make money. You can become a truck driver and make a ton of money. Truck drivers make very, very good money. I mean, very good money. My buddy's a truck driver. He was telling me, he wasn't telling me, he doesn't like to talk about his income, but it kind of got out a little bit. And he was making a statement on how he gets paid to take sand from a quarry, if I'm saying it right, from here to drive it all the way around here to drop it off there. He gets $200 a load. So all he has to do is take his truck from here, take it all the way over here to that quarry and drop it off, $200 a load. Now imagine at $200 a load, if you're there for like maybe 9 hours. That's literally what you're gonna be making in a day. That's what he makes. Truck drivers make a lot of money. My buddy, he's a truck driver. He just state to state. He makes a ton of money. He make a lot of money. So, you know, the way it is now, that, you know, why go to college? Why sit there and go through years of school, stressed out? Chances are you probably won't even find a job in your profession, because most people don't find jobs in their profession. Very few people, rare, will find a job in their profession. And then you're under tons of debt. You can pay that money back. You got to pay all that money back. Now, if you're going to school to become a lawyer and all that stuff like that, I can understand those are jobs in the day. Lawyers make money either way, you know what I mean? You can give out advice, be a lawyer. Lawyer gives advice and pay for advice. People pay for that. You know what I mean? You can charge less than other people. You'll make good money. Lawyers make money all the way around. Everybody wants to know about the law and all that stuff like that. Doctors, yeah, it's a long time. It's a good investment because you become a doctor. But I mean, everything else at the end of the day, I mean, if you're studying at the end of the day, really, technically, most people that I meet at the end of the day went to school for something, and they're not even working in the field they're working in. They're working at something completely different. Some people go to school and end up changing their classes. They don't want to do that anymore. They do this, you know what, I really don't want to do it anymore. And then they realize when they get out and they get the job, they really don't want the job. They really don't care for it. They like something else, completely different, nothing to do with their college. I had people I met over at freaking scrap yards that worked over there. They're making $40 an hour. They've been there. They got mad seniority. And like, man, I went to college, man. I did so and so and so, blah, 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 blah. And if I had a chance to do it all over again, I would have never went, period. Just to go to school to pay a bunch of debt back to something I'm not even using at all, period. Yep. No, I went to restaurant school. I don't use that for jack at all. The only reason why I was able to pay them back is I got hit by a car. At the time, it was $23,000. At the time, this was way back. So it was 23 grand. I just paid them up and was done with it. I'm thinking, okay, good. At least that's paid. I got nothing to worry about in the day, but I never used it at all, period. Like, I really don't honestly, like, I went to school in the why, and now I'm trying to figure out, I mean, this has nothing to do with basically cooking at the end of the day, so I don't use it. I still had to pay 23 grand. Some people are going to pay way more than that. So the option of back then, it used to be that you had to go to college in order for you to get that higher, more paying job. And nowadays, not really. There are people on YouTube that are millionaires. People on social media that are millionaires. Go to trade school, make a ton of money. Yep. A lot of people got rich in COVID. A lot of people got rich in COVID. People figured out they had all kinds of hidden talents they didn't even know they had. Started sharing these videos and self-help stuff and made money in COVID. Got their own businesses and everything. Yeah. So honestly, do you need to go to college? Technically no. I mean, if you want to go, you can go, but you don't have to go. It ain't like something where you're saying that, oh, you'll have to go. You can't get a good job without one. Yeah, that's interesting. So I have, I got people in my family who are on social media and they make very good money. More money than the people who went to college. A lot more than them. And I got the other half, some that went to college and they got high degrees, but it's in certain professions that they're in, and they make that money because in order for them to be in that profession, they have to have a degree. They have to. You can't go to school for lawyers and doctors and all that stuff without having that document. No one's going to hire you. You have to have it. So that's needed. But I guess for other stuff, no, you have to have it. If that's not going to be your field, you don't need it. I still got to pay all that money back. I got one that's 6 years old. He's still paying money back. Yeah, because it comes with interest too. That's the other part, the jacked up part about it. It has interest on it. You can literally just pay the interest and still never pay that thing off correctly. You got people right now that are 60 and 70 still paying off a student loan. Whew, man. That's crazy. I hear doctors all the time when I hear them talking, like, yeah, man. I mean, I make good money, but that student loan, geez, that student loans are brutal. They're brutal. Even doctors didn't complain about a student loan. Yeah. But anyway, yeah. Arts and crafts, all that stuff makes money, man. All that stuff makes money. I told you about that girl who went to college. She went to college and she was baking cookies and snickerdoodles and all this stuff for her study classes. She owns 16 different bakeries now. She's a millionaire. You never know what you have today. Everybody at the end of the day was born with blessings. Everybody was born with a profession to either you can work or non-work. Everybody was born with it. Everybody got it. Just got to figure it out, but you have it. And the thing about what we live in the digital age makes it so much more noticeable than the age that didn't have this technology. There's people get paid in AMSR. AMSR. It's a woman that I watch. Amazing videos. Beautiful voice, gets on a microphone system, and she folds up paper. That's what basically I like. It relaxes me. She just folds up paper. And she gets millions of followers for folding up paper. There's another person that scratches her shirt. There are people get paid to eat. What do they call it? There's a name for it. Mukbang. Mukbang is a mukbang. I think it's mukbang, right? Yeah, they get paid to eat. They sit there and eat. Eat. I mean, I would rather work out. Because people do work out. They're freak eaters. I've seen one guy, Bear Eats Food. I watch him all the time. He works out all the time. But man, that guy can consume some food like there's no tomorrow. But he gets paid for that. Imagine that. Paid for just basically scratching your sweater, or basically just getting paid for just basically just eating. That's how easy it is in this decade and time to make money, because of this technology we have here that allows you to broadcast your ideas out to the world. Well, and that's how it started with me. It started with me basically on sitting there making screen paints. Pick up a camera and start recording and start showing off what we do and what we design and stuff like that. And I haven't worked a job in 14 years. I haven't worked a 9 to 5 in 14 years. I've had the luxury and been blessed to be able to make good money and be able, if I want to take a day off, I can take a day off. I can go in the park and stare at squirrels, or just have that luxury to be able to do that. Now where I'm at right now, I'm looking at way beyond that point now, because now it's not like my home. I can't bring clients into my home like that. Lord blessed me to be in this setting right here that we can bring clients in and we can show them the technology. And these clients are tied to major companies that will allow our company to be able to grow. So yeah, even the people here want to see our business grow. They're working to help us make our business grow. If they see the technology we have here, they see it every day. Every time they come in, the owners see this technology every day. Get asked a million questions when they come in. I don't mind answering the questions, I really don't. But it's nice to be able to sit here and see somebody come in and see your work other than just me and the cat. Because when I'm home, when I was living in my place in Town, I was developing all that technology and everything. No one can really see that except for on YouTube. The only people can see it. And this is different for me. This is different because I get to see people come in and look at the technology. So that's what makes it so different for me. So now I really get to show off my stuff. I sat there one day when I was coming downstairs and I'm looking at my screen like, man, Lord, I'd be so happy when I get my product to a point that other people can see this. YouTube, yes, but other people can actually come in and see the screen. That's what I wanted. And look, the Lord blessed us to have it. And pretty soon, with all his blessings, next year we'll be opening up a showroom. We can have people come in off the street and they can see it right there, right in front of them on display. They can see ad tech technology on the glass, where companies can advertise. We have our business cards right there on the glass where people can pick up from there. We're going to do a whole showroom. The floors will all be done. The ceilings will be done. The walls will be done. Different screens and stuff like that. It'll just like a big educational center right there for our technology. On kiosk units we want to have there too, so people can go in there and they can order stuff right there from the door. So that's the kind of stuff we want to do. That's what I'm looking forward to do. That's what I'm pushing for, and that's what my investors want today, because they're going to make money when they invest in my company. So that's what all this work is for. You know what I mean? Just so we can get to that point. But yeah, didn't go to college. Nope. Went to trade school. Thought I was going to do a 5-star chef and work at restaurants and all that stuff like that. And nope, didn't end up doing that. Got involved in technology, fell in love with it. Been doing it ever since. All right, people. Well, I got a lot to do. I got to get cracking, Jackson. We got parts coming in, so now we can light this thing up and get this thing ready to go. And I got to order the RAM for this so we can get this game with this one. And got this all mapped out, so I got to go pick up the boxes I need to start putting this together. And we got plenty of glue to put that all together and start working on that, getting that done. And then next, we got to take up the floor because for some reason the mats keep separating, so we can't use them anymore. So I have to put in the floor all over again. Just map it all over again. Because I do want to map the floor out. That's what this projector is going to be used for over there. And we got a lot of projects to work on. And I got updating doing the website. And we're going to start our starter kits. So our starter kits, pretty much, they're going to do the same thing as the rest of our Extreme Paint Steel, Ultra Short Throw compatible, all that stuff. We'll show all the test demonstrations on it. And we'll put it against the top gunmetal certified screens. Let me see what all this is going to cost me to get this set up, because we got a lot of free stuff in the box, and this is the box we're going to use because it fits perfectly. This is my roller I use, and your roller's going to come like that. It's going to be brand new, but it's going to make sure that roller fits in there. That's the biggest thing we have in there. It's going to be to fit in that box, so we can get a 9-inch net roller in there with the handle, the unit with the handle on it, and we can get the free blackout cloth, free LED lights, and free frog tape, drop cloth, and brackets. And that should be everything you need. So they'll be on this site over here, and we're going to convert the 39. We're actually going to get rid of the 39, and we're going to change the name over to something else. It's going to be an FLE, definitely. It was a gunmetal technology. It was supposed to be on the Black Series site, which is now going to be here, and we're going to convert that into a starter pack for the customers. I haven't done frog tape and rollers in a long time. We used to do it, but I haven't done it for a long time. But now we're going to do it again. We'll do it on this site and this site only. All right, people, got to go. Thank you for your time, and God